Hey, just when you thought it was over, we out here in the elements. We're in the elements. Oh, it's breezy and it's wet. Oh no!
Protect your beers.
Protect your beers. Yeah, we're live. We're on. Welcome back, and joining us today, Divorced AF.
Wait, you gotta say it correctly.
I have to say. Can I say it correctly?
Yeah,
cool.
say it correctly.
Divorced as fuck.
Thank you.
You're right.
Podcast. All right.
We're live now.
Yeah, we're live right now. Yeah.
110
Take the 110 south
110 to the end.
and let it ride out.
To the end.
You gonna hit that navigation?
No.
Just to
When
the
that
end.
shit is ending.
Just say what they said. Take the 110 south and let it ride out.
To the end. That's me. 110 to the end. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. A great place to visit. Definitely a great place to visit. So we welcome Divorce as Fuck to our podcast. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right. So we are Divorced as Fuck, as you said. I am Jay Ray, and this is
My Vinay.
and we are
Divorced as fuck.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right.
I mean,
So-
we're professional.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we practice, synchronized.
Right.
Olympic gold medalists.
Right.
You know.
So tell us the premise behind Divorce as Fuck, please.
So basically, our podcast is all things relationships. We talk all things good, bad, and indifferent. We definitely talk divorce, but it's not just for divorcees. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
it's
gonna
for-
give you all types of life.
We give it all the way around. We give it from the female perspective, but we also basically let women have it as well. We don't sugarcoat nothing for anybody. So if you're wrong, you're wrong. Right is right.
Wrong is wrong. Right is right.
And that's how we do it.
And we actually the majority of our guests are men.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we like to have men come on and offer the ladies like a real perspective on relationships and life. And yeah, we keep it 1,000 out
All the time.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what sparked it? What sparked it? Give me the incident that sparked it.
Basically, like, to give you a brief synopsis, we was talking on a Sunday or whatnot, and
Shout out to Sunday.
yep, pew, pew. It is Sunday right now or whatever, and
Out here.
and she had some things to get off of her chest. Whereas myself, a lot of people were coming to me for relationship advice.
Okay.
And so we were like, you know what? We're pretty smart. We should like put this for everybody to hear, so we have to keep repeating ourselves.
Yeah, because we like I said, I was married. Yeah, it is. You're like, and people are always like, well, what happened? Because I was married for 11 years. So I was married for 11. She was married for 13.
Yeah.
And people are always asking us, like, what happened? Why? What made you do it? And we walked away. We were actually the ones who walked away from the divorce.
We put the papers down.
Yeah, we put the papers down.
Okay.
So we put the papers down after 10 years plus.
That. Okay. Look, listen to season 1. Okay.
It's not. Listen to season 1.
Mm-hmm. Women don't really start it. Yeah, they don't really start it.
That's how you know we was tied.
We was tied, baby.
Normally.
Honey. Tied.
Okay. Yeah.
But we just, we had a lot to get off, and we were right, and we were transparent. We're very transparent.
Absolutely.
We tell about how there are things in a relationship that we did wrong in hindsight. Hindsight vision is always 20/20.
Yeah.
And we talk about things that we did wrong and things that we could have corrected in order to have a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
So we do not blame our ex-husbands 100%. We give them about 75.
I'm gonna give mine. I'm gonna give mine about 87.
Fair.
Right, that's fair.
Her 75. Mine's about 87.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw something in there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Sure.
And they don't even know I'm about to say it.
Okay.
What y'all think of Kevin Samuels?
We did an episode on that.
We do believe that Kevin Samuels,
Is
there's
not
some
here for
underlying.
us.
He's not here from us. There's some underlying issues.
The thing is, okay,
he's definitely not.
Saying that.
he's
Yeah.
competing for the same
he's
thing we're competing
That
for.
part.
Same thing.
Let's just keep it 100.
So that's why
keep it
he's
a
mad.
buck.
That's why it's
Oh my
him mad
God,
downstairs
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
All this time.
All this time, and I just don't. He bashes black women to a
Yes,
point that I
because
think
he
is
wants
just.
to beat us.
I really
Why
do.
is everybody a 5 or
gosh.
they can't Choose 7.
You have to,
You have to be a 5 or an 8.
So what I think
below or 8 above.
exactly. So what he
Sir.
does is he just appeals to
Strong
that
case,
little
sir. Yes.
little class.
Yeah.
He ain't talking about nothing.
No.
He really not.
He's talking to people that have
to
low
be-
self-esteem.
That exact
Right.
bam. There it is. That part.
To be devil's
Yeah.
advocate, he does drop some gems once in a while.
A very few.
There's some, right? That's why I said to be devil's
But is he
advocate.
following them?
But
That part.
Well, if you look him
Or
up
maybe
when
for
he
the
had that
minions.
perm,
I don't
honey,
know.
with that back child support picture,
Honey.
you can't really just go in on
Hunty.
people,
Honey.
okay? Because it's not-
Hunty.
And then bow ties. And then anybody who cock their hand up while they take a picture is I'm a little nervous.
And you
But listen,
always-
the way he pressed the
and
button though.
And the certain malls he's in. I know
he
Atlanta.
pressed the button,
I
like,
know where he
You
is.
like she said, I know
Sir.
Atlanta. I know where he at.
Listen,
Why he in
I
Atlanta?
lived in Atlanta too, okay? Because he right there, right
We
there
know
on
where he
Peachtree and
is.
Piedmont, right behind
You know where
Dogwood.
he is.
Okay, I know. In Midtown.
He's like, I was in
Okay,
Phipps.
okay.
Okay,
Look, do
bitch.
they still have bulldaggers? Is
Yeah.
bulldaggers still around?
Good
Okay.
thing. Good thing.
Yes, I know. I was there.
Yes,
I saw the
yes,
people.
Kevin,
Okay.
yes.
Exactly.
Okay. We fighting.
See what you done started?
See
what you done started? And another thing, Kevin Samuel, have he got protected up because your bow tie. It's your bow tie.
Calvin.
I mean, I'm not mad. I just don't like how he negatively talks about black women.
Each and
That's
every
all.
time.
You know, I'm like,
That's all.
if he wasn't so negative all the
So
time,
he's like, so how tall are you?
well, how big are you?
Ah,
Well, how many kids you
yeah.
got? You know, it's
I
just
can't. Yeah, what's your dress size? What's your dress size for a black woman is a weird question.
It is.
Understanding that we have hips.
Samantha, please.
Absolutely.
Samantha's been sitting on the side. Samantha, come on
I've been
now.
waiting on
Samantha,
this.
you know you always welcome on this place. Put your headphones on, Samantha.
Headphones.
And turn the cameras on. But
Want my hat to come off, motherfucker?
yeah,
No, I'm putting on my head.
there you go. There you go. Can you hear us?
No.
Okay, you got to turn yours on.
Yeah, we can hear you, girl.
Turn on your headphones. Leo got it. So meet Samantha. Samantha is the Samantha gets on our podcast and just has her way, and I enjoy it.
That's not true. I try to be, respectful.
You do. You make a super effort to be respectful
And we appreciate you.
and all of that good stuff. But I know you grab that mic and you get down if you got to.
okay.
I've heard Kevin Samuels a few times. My husband played him for me, and I was like, "Is this the motherfucker you listening to? For us?
Is this the problem?
Is this what we doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Is this who you getting your advice
Because
from?
he likes you.
So that's what you like?
This what you? That's why we in this predicament. Fix yourself. Check yourself. No, but I've listened to Kevin Samuels, and I do not totally agree with him, but I do believe that he does a lot of that stuff for publicity.
Exactly.
Because you got to get paid.
Exactly.
Because I know I've got on y'all show when we talking about Trump and shit, and I was getting all crazy for publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do know how to get on show and
Right.
how to
But
handle myself.
Kevin
But
kind of seems like a performance artist.
he is, and I
He
feel like he
is.
tells those women straight from the, he just tell them straight like it is, because he wants people to tune in to hear what he has to say.
And I don't think it's really tough. I think it almost seems like it comes from a place of trauma. If you ask me.
I think he
feel like
hasn't been hugged as a kid.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Hugged by a pretty lady. Yeah.
in this YouTube era, right? In order to kind of like garner viewership, isn't that kind of like an ingredient, a precept to kind of stoke the fire?
Of course.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like that's not something that's going to be long lasting because it's not real.
genuine.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, in terms of us, you can listen to our podcast, and the thing is, this is us on a daily. So,
Yeah.
people like us for who we are because this is it.
Right.
You know, so if you meet us
did ours.
in person,
Right.
or if you
Yes.
talk to us or listen to
Yes.
us on our podcast, it's the same thing because
Yeah.
we don't falter. This is who we
Let's
are.
go on to that. Talk about your podcast. What is it that you stand for?
True.
Yeah, but and see, people listen to the podcast and they're confused. So we say divorce is fuck, so they assume that there's a negative connotation to that. No,
Right.
what it is that we went through a lot, and we learned to come out on the other end better people. We did the work. We went to the therapy. We made peace with ourselves, and whatever the situation was, we had to make peace in it.
Absolutely.
And we're single mothers. We have teenage children.
Wow.
So, here we are now on the other end raising boys.
Somebody like through graduation right now.
So we just want to empower people in general, not just women, but people that, you can come out on the other side of divorce. You don't have to feel broken. You don't have to feel like this is the end of the world, because at one point we felt that way. Yeah. And we're only telling them because this is how we felt. Yeah. I did feel like it was the end of the world. I didn't think that I could get up. I didn't think that I was going to ever be able to live my life without my husband.
Did you feel that way because you felt so much pressure to get married in the first place?
No. No. I love that man.
Yeah.
Oh. He could have said the sky was pink, and I believe him.
You have to leave somebody that you still love.
It is what it is.
No, that's a hard pill to swallow.
So,
it's a hard pill to swallow.
So, because there's a stigma associated with being in that kind of situation and sticking around when you know you really might not need to stick around no more.
Yeah. The thing is, we were married 10 plus years, so it wasn't something that was a short-term situation.
Right.
So that's when we say divorce is fuck. It's an exclamation mark on top of. It's like, we're divorced because we went through it, we did our work, and we still popping.
And we're here.
Here.
Popping. What you talking about? We good.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. So that's what it's
Samantha,
about.
do you have any questions for them? Because Samantha's happily married and happily cute and just happily Samantha. But go ahead.
I like how you use that word happy.
Normally.
I mean, that's from outside looking in. You really don't know what's going on in someone's relationship because you're Facebook, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're assuming someone's going through greatness because Facebook, they take these pictures. Oh, they're happy. Y'all traveling. You're happy.
True.
Well, you don't know if someone's depressed.
True.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't. People don't fake depression. They fake being happy.
Right.
They fake being, I'm good. That's what they fake. They don't fake being sad, and you don't see them crying and etc. So you can't really say if someone's happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really see what's going on in there.
Because that's the life I know that I lived. I lived the life where people saw me and they were like, "Damn, y'all are balling."
Right.
My ex-husband would send me an email on Tuesday like, "Hey, I put it, your tickets. We gonna fly out on Thursday. Let's go shopping in New York. Bet, let's go." But that's my life. You know what I'm saying? We'd walk in a dealership. You want a new Audi today? Let's go cop one. What you want? That's the life I had. And from people looking at us, they thought we literally were perfect. Yeah. You couldn't have. Women would come up to me and go, "I'm praying for a husband like yours. Oh, I wish I had your life." And I'm like, "Baby, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, baby. I promise you, this ain't your life."
Right. But don't look at the pictures.
No, I was just gonna say, in the pandemic, what I have learned is that, like, shit for most people is not what it appears to be.
Because you got to be with that person every day.
I went through my own depression, and I'm not like one of those people. Like, I'm not like one of those people that. And it took me down a little bit.
It will.
It was just like, I don't like to feel that way. Like, I don't. And then I was feeling that way.
But you know what? That's life.
Yeah.
You're gonna go up. You're gonna go down.
Yeah.
And the best thing to do is just stay in it and try to ride it out.
Right.
Yeah. But because of that, you go through. In a depression, you go through like some shit where it might be self-sabotaging.
Yeah, there's several
stages.
stages.
Or sabotaging in other ways. And so, what did you guys do to cope?
A lot. So we did therapy. Both of us did therapy for a little bit. I had to find what worked for me. I did therapy for a while, and then I started working out because I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping almost for a year. So first I was drinking like a mother. I was drinking like too much. I was drinking, but when I was drinking, waking up drinking and going to sleep drinking just to sleep, I was like, okay, I can't continue this and be at work, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start working because I had to exert energy because I was angry. I was extremely angry in the beginning. So working out worked for me. It didn't work for everybody. I started journaling as well. That helped a ton, just to write out stuff and then be able to reflect and look back and say, wow, okay, I went through this, but I'm able to digest this now. I really, really advise people to journal because it's very therapeutic.
Or videos, either or.
But
something you got to get it out.
No, but something about putting pen to paper, it just gives you an extra layer. I don't know, something about
and then you can go back and look at it and all that.
Something about putting pen to paper.
What would you all say for men? Because
same thing.
I think that divorce as an F is for women only, right?
No, absolutely not.
What would you give? What kind of advice would you give to men to cope with?
The same advice.
The same advice.
We don't change nothing.
But
it's
not
the
only
same.
that is men really, really, really got to deal with their feelings.
Yeah.
You know, especially black men.
And be honest.
Black
There it
men,
is.
they don't
Be
get
honest.
to, they don't, black men, we understand. You guys do not get a lot of spaces to be vulnerable. Because you just can't.
The world's already at your
It's
back.
already
It's
at
already
you.
on your shoulders.
You know, so we
know
get that. We understand that. Yeah, because it's true. We have sons. So that's why we do not do no male bashings, because we have boys.
How am I-
Like,
yeah.
that we are trying to raise as men. So you're not gonna get no bashing over here. So we understand that. So men, black men, we have to handle extremely delicately. You know, we have to love on them a little bit harder. We have to show them that we're there for them and that we care. But yeah, I would definitely say that, you know, if there's some kind of mentor or somebody that you could go to, you know, if you're going through a divorce or something like that, black men should definitely seek out somebody for that type of assistance.
Yeah, and
Yeah, because that's the stigma.
it is.
Yeah, because there's a problem with that, because people don't look for help, don't look for assistance, and not realize it's kind of like, well, if I sit through it, then I'm tough enough to make it through it. I can just sit there. No, you need help.
You need help.
You know, and the fact, and that's a hard part for any person to come to realize, like, look,
Acceptance.
I can't do this on my own. I need to have a conversation for somebody who can objectively look at my situation, because we so caught up in knowing that we think we know everything is right and things,
Right.
you know, and we live by these,
caught up in people thinking that you don't.
and we caught up in these unwritten rules, and the unwritten rules ain't always right. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Yeah.
You got to find whatever works for you.
Right.
What is
Something
it?
that we say on our podcast is that, you know, we don't really think about it in this perspective, but, you know, isolation is a form of torture. So that's why they use that. You know, if you go to prison and you acting up, they put you in solitary.
Or
So
even
why
if
would we
you're
do
not,
that
but
to
you're
ourselves
not,
in the
even
free?
If you're not acting up, but you're not conforming to the
Absolutely.
rest.
Right.
So why would you do that in the free when you're going through some type of trauma? We need people. We need each other. We need help. So we need to get out of that. I can do it all by myself. You really can't. That's not what we're here for. So seek out that help. It's important.
Seek it out.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Somebody said drink in moderation.
Drink in moderation.
Continue to drink, because we taking shots over here.
All the time.
Yeah.
We don't know what moderation
We
is.
don't. We gonna turn that.
Nah.
That's about it. I can spell it, but I don't do
We
it.
gonna be turned.
No.
Whatever.
I don't love moderation at all.
No, moderation for suckers.
Punk.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Look, that's for Kevin Samuels in there.
Do you think that men are that's making it? Do you think that
He said himself.
men and black people different?
Yes.
How so?
Most black men, unfortunately, because they don't do the work, they end up running back into another relationship, which then therefore perpetuates another broken woman, because they're not fixed themselves and they haven't done the work. So it keeps the cycle going. I think a lot of times with black women, we have children to focus on sometimes. So our focus sometimes is other places. We really can't worry about no man because we're trying to worry about these kids.
Right.
So which then throws us into a bitter state as well, because we so focused on this, we can't have a life, and now we angry.
Right.
So
And then
because
that's
the
when
thing
y'all
is-
come in
and
and
the
say,
thing is-
you're a bitter black woman.
You're a bitter-
I'm so tired
right.
of that damn scenario. I'm not a bitter black woman because you ain't doing what you need to do at the house. Now I'm a bitter black woman.
Right.
Keep that shit to yourself. That shit
Yeah,
for the
for
birds.
real.
So-
Okay, I'm upset because I had a rough day at work. Now I gotta
Yeah.
come home and deal with this bullshit.
Yeah,
and you
that
ain't took,
you're
and
not
you
helping
didn't took
me
shit
out
off,
with
and you
it
didn't
all.
take shit off my
Yeah.
motherfucking plate.
So it's
So-
just a no, it's what I'm saying, but like that's what I'm saying. It's a perpetual, because you get the women that are tired, you know what I'm saying, that are doing so much by themselves. So when they do meet a man, the man is like, oh, you just be bitter, you angry because
Right.
he did this. So it's a
constant cycle.
never ending
So
cycle.
let me put this out there. So it's kind of like, the thing is, especially when the kid's involved, that kid needs your love more than anybody else.
Absolutely.
So that's where you have to invest your energy. And
Yes.
it's kind of like hey, my man, like, if you need to heal from something, like, I can't give you all the tools. You've been in this life just as long as I've been in this life.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you have to find for yourself.
Absolutely.
But this kid don't
Right.
deserve to suffer for that.
And that's really like for me, it took me almost maybe 5 years to be in
I
a
would say that's the
relationship,
minimum.
to be after my divorce to be in a
minimum.
relationship. I just got into a relationship that I've been in almost a year, and it's actually a very healthy relationship.
Yeah.
He's divorced as well. He's been divorced for almost 4 years, and we're each other's basically first relationship. So we've dealt with people, kind of kicked it, but nothing serious. So now he's in a healthy space, I'm in a healthy space. So now we have, for the first time, we're in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And I know that feels different.
It feels so different, and it feels good to be in a
Where she
healthy
almost second-guessed it,
relationship.
and I had to talk about
I just
it.
want to say
Yeah.
this real quick. author Lavonda 5 says, we were created to be a community. Isolation is not normal.
Right.
And then Kimmy 50 says exactly, yeah, I'm bitter because I got to take care of everything and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that a lot of black women can like.
We all feel that.
We all feel
We
that.
all feel that. If you have children, even if you don't have any children and you've been
I know.
married, if you've
But
been
I've
married,
been-
you still feel responsible for your spouse. I think that's what a lot of black men
or
forget.
responsible for other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we
It's a
take
lot.
on what they have going,
Right.
on their daily, at work, whatever. And then just being black in America and whatever else is going on. And then if you go to work, so we take on a lot too.
And it's like we tried it, which is so crazy because this morning I think I told Jay as I was leaving from work after I'm a nurse, so I worked 7 days straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, covering shifts for other nurses. And I told her this morning as I'm driving, I said, man, we some bad bitches, man.
did. I was like,
I
yo,
did. I
fuck
told her
right.
that. I said, man, we
And then you out
cold.
here at the brewery,
I said, man, we
like,
handling
hey.
business. I said, man, our kids are so straight. They're
Yep.
so good. My son
Well-rounded.
has a 3.6 GPA. He's a defensive end. Shout out to Cinco Ranch High. My son is a defensive end. He's handling business. He got a job. I said, man, we doing the damn thing. I said, it would be easy to be bitter. It would be
Absolutely.
easy to.
Absolutely.
Because we can say that, but I said instead of being bitter, we celebrate who we are, the accomplishments that we have, and we celebrate the fact that we're able to carry this type of weight. Every woman can't do this.
Wait,
Everyone
we're
can
not
do
in
what
church,
we do.
but that's the testimony.
It is. And we
And
celebrate
that's
it.
typically what our show
Shut up.
is.
Don't start me.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Question. What does healthy look like?
Oh man, healthy is being able to have a conversation and a dialogue without somebody getting into their feelings. If I'm able to say you offended me and they're like, well, how? Explain to me, how can I fix it so that I do not offend you again or I don't hurt you.
And you be able to articulate
You've
that
been
back.
able to articulate
Without them blowing up.
without them blowing up, or vice versa with him, me being able to say, hey, I need you to talk to me. It's okay. This space is safe.
Yes.
You can tell me.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about me going back telling my mama and my friends. You don't
And
have
then
to
they're
worry
looking
about
at you
that.
like
They're looking at him
cross-eyed.
across.
I tell your mama.
Right.
I
need
tell
you
your
to talk to me.
friends. I tell anyone as I can comprehend. Send it in a letter, baby. Tell you on the phone. Who's the kind of girl that likes to be alone? I miss you. I miss you, but I really miss you. Come on.
Yeah, she said. So
No,
she wasn't.
We're gonna do the bridge after the show. Miss you, but I miss
You know, it's
the
Janet's birthday, so shout out to Janet.
word.
Let's go back. Let's go.
And looking
65,
amazing.
75. She looks
Well,
great.
damn.
Let's go.
65, 75. She look
99.
great.
All the Jacksons are 200.
Whatever age she is.
They look great. But let's go back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
Oh, just saying that the healthy relationship. So it's just being in a space that you feel safe in. You don't have to worry about backlash, no judgment. Like I said, they did their work. They know what they want and don't want, and you know what you want and don't want and what you'll tolerate.
Absolutely.
So, and you lay that out in the front line of before you guys even take it any further.
Yeah.
And,
But I think that's what divorce teaches you. It gives you an extra layer of perspective that you wouldn't necessarily have had you just been single or had you just been married. Our outlook is extremely different on what we're looking for in a significant other. So what we say is, if you can't do life with me, then we can't do anything.
I feel
Period.
that.
You know
Feel
what I'm
that.
saying? So it's not something that's for short term. It's something that's for
Long-term.
longevity. But
And you're not
going
here for the
into
temporary.
it,
Yeah, that's why it took me so.
yeah.
That's why it took me so long to get into a relationship, 5 years. And guys were like, "Well, I don't understand. I want to be your man." I'm like, "Nah, you ain't it. You ain't it, player.
I'm
You ain't it."
I'm curious.
Nah.
So does that mean you can't just go hop shop around?
No, baby, trust me. I got mine.
Do you see?
Oh, I'm gonna have fun.
Okay.
Baby, life will be
But
lived,
to give
officially.
them that part of
That's
me,
just fun.
that's just fun. But to
Yes.
give
And
them that
I
100,
I just
I
wanna
couldn't
say-
get it
But
to
we ain't
everybody.
taking him home or nothing. He
No,
can't
no,
come
no,
to
no,
nobody
no.
house.
That
All
part.
I'm saying is,
Nobody house.
That part, you better tell. Baby, you can't come to Cinco
I'm
Ranch.
just saying though.
You can go to Cinco Nine, fam.
I want it to be known that just because you guys are serious about your life doesn't mean that you
Oh,
don't
no.
want to have fun sometimes.
Oh no, we pop. We out. We live our best lives. Trust and believe, baby. We live the best. Honey, I went through a whole phase. I had a rotation.
Okay.
One this week, one next week. Ain't no shame in my game. I keep it 100. I definitely was rotating them, baby. Like I was changing like I was changing my drawers.
Backsliding Christians, are you out there?
I done went on.
Backsliding Christians, are you out there?
I just want to make that
Live life. I mean,
That part.
We let life be lived.
That's exactly what it is. I had to get sanctified for this man. So I had to let the hoe get let her do her work first. I had to let the hoe do a
Live her
work
life.
in me
Live her life.
before I could.
Shonda, okay?
I had to let the hoe do a work in me.
It's the whole movie. No.
Okay, that's exactly. I had to let her go. I had to let her go.
Trying to break free.
Okay.
It's the whole hold me back.
Yeah.
If you're getting out of divorce, you should definitely go play. Go play a
Go
lot.
play.
But I was just asking
Yeah.
because, like, I don't want.
Go play.
I don't think that. I think some people think that like it has to be one way or the other.
Nah, man.
You do whatever's best for you, man.
And I
Seriously.
think there's a lot of Southern men that think that you need to be.
No, they don't, because they out in the streets till we see them.
That
no,
part.
No, for them.
Oh yeah. For them.
For them.
For you supposed to be
Yeah.
in the
You're
house.
supposed
Oh,
to be
yeah.
sanctified.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Not
I
I.
mean, who else is gonna cook the dinner?
I'm like,
That part.
yeah, but that's trauma.
They are.
That's
They're
they
trauma.
looking for
don't
mamas.
understand. Like, what if I want to, or what if I want to do me?
But that's how you have to live your life.
And that's
Unapologetically.
I want to get that
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta set rules, set boundaries,
Absolutely.
let everybody know where you coming from the jump.
And
And
if you
keep pushing.
genuine with it, it is what it is.
Everybody
Right.
that I used to mess with still be like, "Hey, how you
All of
doing?"
'em.
Because I'm solid and I
Ex-husband
never lied to
included.
nobody.
Come on.
And ex-husband,
Ex-husband
included.
included.
You've always,
That's it.
you've always been true to yourself.
Always.
That's it. That's all.
Okay. That's all I want to get out.
Yeah.
All right. Divorces, fuck y'all. Give it up.
Thank you. Thank you for having
my
me.
shit.
Thank you kindly for joining us, ladies.
Thank
And
you for having
Samantha,
us.
thank you, Samantha. Thank you for joining us
No
too.
one's ever ready for
I
like.
I know you and that mic are the best things since
I
pants
wanna
met the
get my
shirt.
words in for the day. You know I do.
This-
All this in rain?
I'm telling you, and the rain finally.
Rain kind of added to
That's what MC was talking about, but no one's ever ready for women to have that type of honest dialogue.
Welcome to.
Like,
What's the name of y'all podcast?
Divorce is fuck. Divorce AF.
divorce AF.
Every Thursday.
On
New
all,
episodes.
on all the social media.
Every platform.
Yeah, I got the card. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna follow them
New
when we get.
episodes are every Thursday, but definitely, we're in syndication, so you can literally go back from season one. We on, we're
on everything.
We twitching.
Pandora,
Yeah, we twitching. Pandora,
you name it, we on
Spotify. We on it. We on everything.
Everything, baby.
Everything.
Yes.
ER''THANG everything.
That's it. Everything.
Get up, get up, get up.
You guys.
Thank you.
So